I hope this helps you. I hope it gives you some clarity on the difference between why should I use a business profile versus a personal profile. I know that this was one of the superpower moves that I did when I first started that has truly helped me to grow some big businesses online. Happy Taco Tuesday, Sales Ascender. I hope you have had a phenomenal weekend, a wonderful Monday. You kicked the week off hard. You're ready to go this week. It's Taco Tuesday, and it's time for another high-ticket tune-up. Anyway, okay, let me jump into So let's just jump right into it. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Brett A. asks this. He says, Sean, is it all right to use my Facebook business page for social prospecting instead of my Facebook personal profile? Such a wonderful question. I get this one quite a bit. And the reason I get this one is because people they feel like they've put a tremendous amount of work and energy into their personal profile to set it up when they first got on Facebook. If you're like most people like me, then you just started using Facebook as a social platform. During your journey into the online game, at some point there was a catalyst move that said, hey, I'm going to use social media to build my business. And when that happened in your world, instantly things changed for you. However, you probably thought, oh, I'll just keep my personal profile as my personal profile. At least that's what I thought. And I did this for a long time. It wasn't until fairly recently where I had almost the same anxiety and this exact question. And I went to my coach and I said, hey, what about my personal profile versus the business page? And literally my coach says this to me. He says, Sean, think about the client experience. That's the number one thing we need to think about it all the time. If from a client's perspective, right, if they receive a message from a business page versus a personal page. Now, put yourself in that seat for a second. If you receive a initial message from somebody that you don't know on social media, from a business page, that was the one that sent you the message, versus if somebody personally sent you a message from their personal profile, you as the end user, which one is going to give you the more genuine experience, the more realistic, like, oh, this is an actual person, not a business reaching out to me. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, that's definitely a light bulb for me to think about, because literally, like, if you want to close a lot of deals and you want to build a big business, like, you have to create a unique experience. I was just watching a TED Talk the other day, and the guy was saying there's this 4-letter word that literally will help you get to a genuine experience every single time. And the 4-letter word is Maya. Make it, what was it? Yet attainable. Make it a little bit different, yet attainable. I don't remember what the second A was in that analogy, but literally it was like, make it familiar but new. So that's the secret. Anyway, long story short, I could go down a tangent on that one, but I want to stick on this one really quick. So personal profile, right? So like, if you're in that place where you're like, I don't want to send from my personal profile, Sean, because I don't want my friends and family like seeing me doing all this business stuff, and that's going to be annoying and I'll probably piss them off a little bit. That's true. You might have a little bit of that, but here's the test that I want you to do. It's very easy to do. Open your profile, go to your friends list, look through your friends list. If you have, a couple hundred friends or whatever. See, in my case, I almost have 5,000 on my personal profile. And so when I did this drill, I went in there and I was like, like 2/3, maybe more, are business contacts. And there is that third of my personal friends and family. And then I started thinking to myself, like my coach was telling me, he's like, do this test, like go see how many business acquaintances you have on Facebook versus your personal friends. You'll probably be surprised. You'll probably find that you have way more business contacts than you do personal contacts. True story. For me, at least. It might be for you too. Go test that out. Once I understood that, then I thought to myself, hang on a sec, like, why don't I want my personal friends and family to know what I'm about and what I'm doing in business? Like, it's a part of me. It's part of my everything that I do. It's like, it's important that I share this with my friends and family, because those friends and family, if they're truly friends and family, then when they learn what I do and how to refer me, now it becomes a source of, hey, you guys could send me business. Don't ever try to sell to friends and family, because a couple of things happen. Number one, you piss everybody off. And number two, you'll run through your friends and you won't have any more. Like I did that. And it was really unfortunate when I first joined a network marketing company way back in the day. And the friends and family thing, like it is a warm market for a minute, but then it goes away. So literally the move is this. look at your profile, see if you have more business contacts than you do personal profile contacts. If that's the case, then it should be a pretty easy decision for you to turn your personal profile into a business-based profile. However, keep the flair of the personality in there. See, people want to know what you're about more than just your business. See, like if you came to my personal profile, you would see a whole bunch of business stuff, right? It's 1/3, 2/3, right? So it's 2/3 business stuff, 1/3 personal stuff. That's the ratio I use. It's kind of a golden ratio. Use it in your world too if it makes sense for you. But literally, when I decided to make my personal profile more business and start reaching out for that, and I just committed to that, it wasn't a big change. It was just a quick mindset shift. And literally, I said, oh, hey, listen, I'm going to do 2/3 business stuff, like 70-30, or maybe it's like 7 posts of business to 3 posts personal in a certain amount of like a week's time or something like that. So people, when they come to my page, they know, hey, listen, like I'm in the sales world, right? I have studied communications for literally 20 plus years. I know a lot about that topic, probably more than most people that I've ever met, just because I did the research and I invested the dollars and got the mentors and all that stuff. And so like, when they need to know that, right? Because then if they come across a friend who's starting a business, or maybe they're in a place over here where they're like, I can't get my business to keep going, then they can remember, hey, Sean's like a master at that. You should go talk to him. He's my buddy. Like, I'll hook you up. Like, that is so powerful, because when you get that referral, like typically a deal gets closed every single time. So just changing your personal profile into more of a business geared profile, it's still personal because you're still posting personal stuff on there, but you're just allowing your friends and family to know what you're into. And this comes back to conviction selling. Chris always talks about conviction selling. Important. Remember this. Like, if you're not convicted about the thing you sell, you're probably going to be ashamed about posting it on your personal profile. That's just real talk. Right? So if that's you and you're listening to me and you're like, damn, I don't want to post business stuff on my personal profile because I think I'm going to annoy my friends of him. Like, screw that thought process. Throw that one out the window. How'd you get that in your head? More so, turn it into, listen, like, I am an expert in this thing. And if you know anybody in this space, you need to tell me, by the way, I love fly fishing. I love cats. I love going camping. I love driving around and taking my wife to places to use our top tent. You're going to still see that on my personal profile, but it's going to be littered in amongst a whole bunch of business stuff. And then people get the full flavor of what I'm about. And then there's no argument. Like, people can't say I'm fake. They can't say anything, because it's like, literally, this is my life. This is what I do. I don't care if people see it. And I get to that place where I'm like, yo, I'm going to use my personal profile to reach out. People come to my personal profile. The first thing they see is, hey, I help hungry B2B business owners. Secondly, here's all the personal stuff that I love. Oh my gosh, this is a real person. Like, he's posting about both stuff. It's kind of cool. Like, I'm okay reaching out back to him. I can tell you for sure, for a fact, that just because I had that in my world and you can put it in your world like today, that it's created more opportunity for us. It's created the ability for people in our audience, people in our tribe, to connect with us because they see what we're doing. They watch our lifestyle. And like, listen, if you're out there and you're just getting started in your business and you're all, hey, I'm not at the place where I have the means to afford to do some of the things that I want to do. That's fine. Like, do a smaller version of that. We love the VRBO life. What's the VRBO life? It's that life between being a digital nomad and then literally being a workaholic. It's somewhere in the middle there, where it's like, we work a lot, yeah, because we love what we do. But then secondly, hey, we're going to go and explore different places looking for a river property. That's our like internal personal mission that we're going after. And we want everyone to cheer us on in that place, because when they say, oh, I know this river, like, guess what? It's going on the list. We're going to go check it out. And that's super helpful. So when people see that part about it, they let us know. And it's cool because it creates this like cheering squad for you to actually achieve the thing that you're trying to achieve. People get to see that you're more than just about a business mission, and it's a personal thing. And literally, you can wrap all that up into kind of like, that's your personal cause. Other people do it in business with like a mission-based marketing move, where it's, when we had our software company that got us this award, what was the thing behind it was we took 1% of all the net profits, and we sent it to a company that built clean water wells in third world countries. That was the mission-based, cause-based mission marketing that we were doing there. But same thing with the personal profile to business page. I would encourage you, definitely, you need a business page. The business page is where you would place all of your paid advertising. It would be a place where you would like promote your events and do some of that other stuff. It's good to have that property. However, the amount of fans following that page is somewhat insignificant when it comes to generating a lot of business online. The one that you need to focus on is your personal profile. And then you have to have a place where your tribe can congregate. A lot of businesses that we work with, they're just straight up, I go and I have a sales team, and then they go out and they find clients and they bring them in as new clients, but then there's no place for those clients to congregate. And it creates disjointedness. So one of the things is we talk about this holistic piece of where you need to, let's see. Reed says, yes, client experience is where it's at. I love that. Reed, can't wait to talk to you. Kevin says, makes sense. That light went on for me too. Appreciate that. Off to Google to find that TED Talk. Kevin, go get it, man. That's cool. And then Reed said, good stuff. Cool, man. So thanks for being here today. That's awesome. But again, guys, this is what I'm saying. Is this something like use your personal page for social outreach if you are doing that move, because when you do that move, I can assure you it will work 100 times better than if you reach out from a business page. Now, most people are like, hey, Sean, what do I do with my friends and family? Okay, cool. Full circle. You have two options. One, if you don't have that bigger number of friends in your personal, then what you can do there is you can start a new personal profile only allowing friends and family, like your true friends and family, the people that you only want to keep private from the world. You don't want to share that stuff. If you have personal stuff, this is a good move, because now you can just go to your business page, or your personal profile, and you can find just the friends and family, because it can be less than your business contacts. And then you send them personal messages saying, hey, listen, like I'm turning this profile into more of a business profile. If you want to stick around, great. I'm going to invite you because you're one of my true personal friends to this other profile that I've got over here. And then literally you can have that second profile and keep that totally private. That's one way. And then just transform your personal profile, that the first one, into more of a business-based one. Now, the other option is if you have more personal friends and family than you do business contacts, do it the other way around. Invite all your business contacts into a new profile. Now, if you do it this way, a couple of things happen negatively for you. Your personal profile with an algorithm inside of Facebook generates a history. The history is like a credit card. The longer you've had a credit card, the more credit ability you have, right? And so same thing with your personal profile. If you have shown longevity, you've had a dominant personality or a profile for a while, Facebook looks at it, they recognize that, and then they see that you're moving it into business. That's okay. Like that's what it's used for. So just keep that in the back of your mind. And so these are a couple of points that I really, Brett, when you're listening to me here, just keep that in the back of your mind, dude. So remember, it's always about client experience. If you can't create a client experience that's going to create a true good environment for somebody, don't do it. If you want to try the business profile first, do it, right? But I would test against using your personal and using your business, because I've done it and I saw the results, right? You can take my word for it, or you can go do it yourself. Either one doesn't bother me. I'm just going to tell you the answer is literally like use your personal profile. Your friends and family will respect and trust you. Even if you made a post to them, you say, hey, listen, guys, like I am growing this business. I'm passionate about this thing that I'm doing. I know maybe it's your first time. You say, it's my first time doing something, but I am going all in. So if you see me posting about my business stuff and you don't like it, just let me know, or literally unfriend me. I love you, but I get it. Like I'm going in this direction and I want you to support me for this. And maybe you'll like it. Maybe it'll be something you can use in your world, right? And all of a sudden, then those people are like, yeah, this is really good, Sean. I have a lot of my personal friends come back and say to me that have businesses that I've known for a long time. They come back and they say, dude, that one little thing you did was awesome, right? That's why I post this on my personal profile. Sometimes like on my high ticket tune-ups, I'll post them on my personal profile. I post them on all the other socials, but I vary them, right? So there's just a couple of things that I leave private just for our members only. And then there's other things that I put on our business page, and then there's other things I put on my personal. So, and I usually do a rotation so that it's a consistent move. So like every week, if I do 3 high ticket tune-ups, the first one may be on my personal profile in this group that you're in right now. It might be the inner circle. It might be my high ticket sellers group that I'm a part of. And then like the next day, maybe I'll only do it for our inner circle. And then, or maybe I'll only do it for just my personal profile if it's something of that caliber. So I hope this helps you. I hope it gives you some clarity on the difference between why should I use a business profile versus a personal profile. I know that this is one of the superpower moves that I did when I first started that has truly helped me to grow some big businesses online. With that said, I love your face. Happy Tuesday. Post in the comments below what's the taco you're going to go get today, because it's Taco Tuesday. I love you. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.